My name is Ben Hamilton Bailey. I'm a specialist in shared space, in urban design and movement. Shared space is now beginning to influence design right across the United Kingdom, not just in London, but in cities, towns and villages, both in the north, in Scotland, in Wales, and in the southwest where I work, in Bristol. This is Kensington High Street in West London, one of the busiest arterial routes running into the centre of the city. And as you can see, a lot of traffic, a lot of pedestrians, busy shops on both sides. And this is really where some of the earliest attempts at shared space principles have been established in Britain. So one of the qualities about this street is the selection of very simple range of materials, beautiful simple granite, clever detailing of the tactile pavings at the crossings. The traffic signals are combined with the lamp columns, so you have as few poles as possible. And even the lamp columns have what we call senior and junior lighting, so that the pedestrian areas are lit as well as the traffic areas. So one of the many simple details was to include road signs in simple stainless steel hoops. Normally you have a big pole with a light on the front, another ugly bit of street furniture. Here the sign is lit from the ground to give a minimum amount of disruption to the street as a whole.
Well, I hesitate really to call Kensington High Street even now a fully blown shared space scheme. I think it is a first step in a certain direction. After all, it still has traffic lights, it has white lines on the road, it has dedicated carriageway space, dedicated footway space. It is a step in a certain direction. It's removed a lot of clutter. Well, I think the principles underlying the shared space concept are actually pretty universal and of fairly widespread applicability. So the first thing is to do with respect for other people and acknowledging that their rights and their autonomy, their responsibility to make sensible decisions for themselves and in relation to others. So that's partly a vision of how you see society in a sense. But the second thing I think to do is to do with the whole psychology that is set up in the mind, particularly of drivers, by the infrastructure that we use on our highways. So that if, for example, you put in a set of traffic lights and they go red and they go green, when they're green for the driver, they're saying to the driver, not only you can go, they're saying, this is your space, you have a claim on this space. And somebody who uses this space in contravention of you, somebody who tries to cross the road while the lights are green, then they are behaving wrongly, and you can be angry with them. In fact, you should be angry with them. I'm not saying that shared space concept is suitable for motorways. I'm not saying that, there are spaces where there are roads where the dedicated purpose of the road is to carry large volumes of vehicular traffic at high speed. They're not intended to accommodate pedestrians, even bicyclists and so forth. I understand that. But in urban environments and even in suburban environments, the principal idea, the idea that negotiation with other road users is a safe and responsible and adult way forward, it seems to me is of pretty universal application. We're very keen to make a transformation of Exhibition Road, where so many of our national museums are, and we've been working with Dixon Jones on a scheme for that, which genuinely obliterates physical distinctions, infrastructural distinctions between carriageway and footway. And that, I think, will be a really interesting experiment if we can carry that through. And so I think progress step by step is where we're aiming.
Here we are at Exhibition Road at the major junction with all the museums, and around us are the Victoria and Albert, the Science Museum, the Natural History Museum, the London Mosque. The street at the moment bears no relationship to those great events or to its importance as a focal point for London. The street's filled with clutter, pedestrians jammed into a narrow cage in the middle here. And so the idea behind a shared space transformation of this street would be to achieve somewhere which really recognises the importance of where we are, the value of the buildings and their history around us, and create somewhere which really suits a world city like London in the 21st century?